Now, after having hundreds of conversations with chronic back pain sufferers just like you, this is a very common mistake that I see that keeps people trapped in pain. And that's building a lifestyle of modifications instead of creating a healing environment. Now, what do I mean by that? There's a lot of things that once you are living with chronic back pain, you have yet to solve it, you're still dealing with it on a day-to-day basis, you start making survival type of strategies, right? You start eliminating maybe barbell squats, you don't do those anymore. Maybe you stop doing deadlifting. Maybe you stop gardening. Maybe you stop cutting your own grass. Maybe you stop doing all the cleaning in your house because it's too much for your back. Maybe you only sit in certain types of couches. Maybe you have to angle your chair a very specific way and have a certain type of chair where you work from or where you sit in, because if anything outside of that happens to your body, your low back will hurt. Maybe it's movement driven. Maybe you don't bend or twist with a flexed spine anymore. You don't extend. You keep yourself in this safe, neutral pattern. And what's happened is you've built habits around modifications instead of prioritizing a healing element so that you can actually get back to these things pain-free. The key with getting back to activities that cause pain is not to eliminate them or just modify them forever. You have to understand the process of building tolerance and then building resilience back into your body and low back with these specific activities. Now, you might have a laundry list of things that you can no longer do or have a hard time doing due to your pain. So you have to focus on one thing at a time. There isn't one exercise that allows you to bend and grab groceries off the floor, or dirty clothes, or fold clothes, or wrap presents while sitting on the floor. There isn't an exercise that allows you to do that. There's a bigger principle that has to be applied. But instead of just removing those things from your life and building a lifestyle around that, get to the point where you can start focusing on this root cause, so that what you can learn to do is implement steps to get back to adding these scary things, adding these painful things that once were painful back into your life without pain. That's the definition of truly living chronic pain-free, where you have your life that you love, the movement patterns that you feel confident doing, that you want to be able to do without restriction, and you're combining these things with a strategy to live a lifetime being chronic pain-free. As frustrating as it might be, there's a reason behind the things that you can no longer do due to pain. Gardening is not a dangerous thing. Driving your car is not a dangerous thing. Sitting is not a dangerous thing. But what has happened, our body and brain has created an environment through mechanical tissue issues, pain, right, tension, and the mind-body kind of approach, where our brain has perceived some of these things as now dangerous. This is not a safe environment for you to do, so we must stop and change and alter, because if you go that route, you will create pain. And what happens is you create this relationship that comes out with physical pain, real pain, not just pain in our heads, but real life pain. And if it's left unaddressed and all we do is just shove it off to the side and just say, okay, I'll just stop that, we will work ourselves to a place where we are absolutely hopeless. We are paranoid to move, exercise, and do the things that we love to do, all because of the fear of creating more pain in our bodies. But if you have L4, L5, or L5S1, or any kind of lower back disc issue, herniation, bulge, and you're trying to find a ways to use movement and exercise to help heal, lower the inflammation in your low back, and start seeing actually lasting relief, I've got a very simple routine that you can do on a daily basis. You can go to fitnessforbackpain.com/routine. I give you the reps, the sets, the exercises that are geared towards reducing your sciatica, reducing low back tension and tightness, that spasm, borderline catching pain that you might be experiencing. This routine, if done correctly and to your specific tolerance, can be a game changer. Just go to fitnessforbackpain.com/routine. It's yours free.